everybody, John Van Dyke here from New Jersey Exposed. Today is Tuesday, August 17, 2021. Time is 2:47 p.m. Jersey time. Alright, we have an update on a Blue Zero Hero New Jersey State Trooper who got himself in a little trouble a few months back. Seems that he stopped a woman, if I remember right, because I did a story on this. He stopped a woman on the turnpike and then he followed her back to her place where she lived, and he stalked her, and is what he did. I believe he unlawfully stopped her, and then he stalked her. So he got himself in trouble for that, and the Attorney General's office here in New Jersey just issued a statement, and that came out today, which, it says for immediate release, August 17th. Okay, well, there you go. And there it is. Take a good look. Read that, people. Alright, it says, State Trooper pleads guilty to criminal charges related to the incident in which he unlawfully stopped and followed a female motorist in his patrol vehicle. Now, the question I haven't read the full story, I just kind of know what it's all about, is he's taking a plea deal. So he's pleading guilty. They made this cop a deal. So the question is, what is the sweetheart deal going to be? Well, we know he's not going to be able to be a state trooper anymore because it is my opinion the state trooper, New Jersey State Police, hold these officers to a little bit higher standard than the local police. That's just my observation in my interactions with state police. In fact, I had some interactions with some not too long ago, and I had some nice conversations with them, and it seems that they are much more on a professional level than these local yahoos running around. Just a generalized statement, folks. Okay, let's read and find out what it says. We're gonna have to put the glasses on for this one. Acting Attorney General Andrew J. Bruck announced that a New Jersey State Trooper has pleaded guilty. That's the parkway behind me, folks, making all that noise. He's pleaded guilty to a criminal charge related to an incident in which he stalked a female motorist in his patrol vehicle while on duty. Trooper Michael Patterson, 30, of Bayonne, New Jersey, pleaded guilty yesterday to a charge of 4th-degree tampering with public records. Oh, so he tried to destroy records? Before Superior Court Judge Andrea Carter in Middlesex County. In pleading guilty, Patterson admitted that he purposely disabled the digital in-vehicle recorder in his trooper car to prevent it from capturing a motor vehicle stop. He conducted so that he could make advances on the female motorist during the incident in the question. Now, you cops got to learn. You can't go after these women. You have to let the badge bunny come to you. And on these circumstances where he pulled her over, she's scared shitless. And then they got this guy showing up. It's different when you got the badge bunny coming to you, Mr. Officer. But you going after them, this is not the way to go about it. Alright, here we go. Let's find out what deal he made. I have not read this whole thing, so I don't know what the deal was. So here we go, we're getting to it. Under the plea agreement, the state will recommend that Patterson be sentenced to 12 months in state prison. Alright, that's more than I was expecting. I figure he's just going to get fired from his job, and he'll not be able to be in public service in New Jersey. And they'll put him on probation, and he'll ride off to the sunset. So it looks like he'll be sentenced to 12, recommend that Patterson be sentenced to 12 months in state prison without possibility of parole. Patterson must forfeit his position as a state trooper and will be permanently barred from public service. Sentencing is scheduled for October 18th. I don't know if he's going to get it. I don't know if he's going to get that year. In my opinion, though he did take the plea deal, so that's the plea deal he's taken. If he didn't take the plea deal and got convicted, which he will get convicted, he could be probably looking at a lot more time. That destroying or obstructing evidence is a big charge on his part. I guess turning the camera off was obstructing the evidence. On January 28, 2020, That's last year. I did a story on it, so look back on it. Trooper Patterson conducted a motor vehicle stop of a female motorist on New Jersey Turnpike at approximately 9:30 p.m. Patterson let the woman go with a warning, but he conducted a second unwarranted stop of her vehicle a few minutes later. When she exited the turnpike at exit 11, I believe, is the exit if you want to get onto the parkway from the turnpike, in order to make advances on her. Patterson disabled the DVR in his vehicle to prevent his conduct from being recorded during this stop. The investigation revealed that Patterson subsequently put the victim in fear by following her to her home in his patrol vehicle. Now, I'm not saying he's a rapist, but he certainly was giving off, this is just my feelings about, based on what I'm reading here, that this guy had the makings of a rapist. Or something even worse. Because he wasn't letting, he was stalking her. If he pulled over a second time and said, hey baby, you're really cute, sorry about what I had to do to you, you know, you think I could take you out for dinner or something like that? And she said no, that'd be the end of it, but I don't know. Who knows what he said to her, but evidently he thought it was okay to go follow her back to her house. He knew where she lived, he had her driver's license and everything. Okay, so here comes the propaganda now. We are committed to holding, let me do it over again. We are committed to holding law enforcement officers accountable when they abuse their positions of trust, said Acting Attorney General Brooke. Oh, I should do it a different way. We are committed to holding law enforcement officers accountable when they abuse their positions of trust, said Acting Attorney General Brooke. Oh God. The New Jersey State Police expect the highest standards of conduct from their troopers, and the vast majority meet those standards each and every day. They do? We owe it to the troopers. Oh God, here we go. Here comes the propaganda, people. Let me get the sound effects going. We owe it to the troopers and to the public at large to take strong action when individual officers betray those standards and engage in criminal conduct. Well, we expect you to do it too. One of the primary missions of OPIA is to root out official misconduct that undermines faith in law enforcement and government, said OPI Director Thomas Ecker. This is not the first time we've encountered this type of conduct. No, it isn't. It's not the first time I've done a story about it either. Conduct involving a law enforcement officer, but we hope that our criminal prosecutions will deter such conduct going forward. Yeah, well, how about sending them to jail? It's great that you sign complaints and take them to court, but you always end up making them a nice little sweetheart deal. Start sending a few of them away for a long time and get the message out to the rest of the gang members that this crap is not tolerated anymore. New Jersey State Police holds its troopers to the highest level of professional standards of any law enforcement agency in the country. Well, I don't know about the country, but I want to stay here in New Jersey. I'm going to give them a high mark. Of any law enforcement through a robust system of checks and balances that is designed not only to hold its members accountable, but to serve as a tool to provide training and counseling through early. Well, the only checks and balance I know is when a good cop rises up and reports a bad cop. That's what it takes to solve the problem. We need to support and back good cops, and good cops need to know that they're being supported when they stand up. Now, the state troopers that I happen to have been in a conversation with all said to me that they won't tolerate, they said in front of each other, said they would not tolerate another officer acting inappropriate. Meaning if they had somebody in the ground and started kicking them in the face or putting a chokehold on, something like that. They all immediately said we would not tolerate something like that. But to serve as a tool to provide training and counseling through early intervention, said Colonel Patrick J. Callahan, Superintendent of New Jersey State Police. The conduct revealed in this investigation stands in stark contrast to the core values of New Jersey State Police, and is a betrayal to the public and to the entire enforcement community. Well, how many state police in the past year that I do stories on? I know at least two. This one and the other knucklehead. the one that had the photo op of the state trooper who helped deliver him or something when he was mother was giving him birth. The AG's office has an anti-corruption reward program that offers the reward up to $25,000 for tips leading to a conviction of a crime involving public corruption. Alright, so that's the story right there. So, just to recap it real quick, you had a state trooper who pulled a woman over on the turnpike, probably for obvious reasons. Probably saw her and thought she was cute, and he figured that badge is going to get him some putang. Pulled it over, ran her license, got her information, interacted with her for a few minutes. She probably put the charm on, as most females would try to do. Put the charm on, even though she might be scared out of her mind. Put the charm on, try to work him over to get out of this ticket. She didn't get a ticket. This idiot cop probably got back in the car and said, oh, you know, she was being nice to me. And he wants to believe that she likes him because she was working him over. She doesn't understand when a female is working him over. I'm just saying, I don't know for sure she did that. So next thing you know, he's going to pull her over. Turn his digital camera off so that nobody knows what he's doing. No doubt he didn't call this in on the radio. And, you know, these state trooper cop cars, they have GPS on it. Headquarters, dispatch can look at their screen at any time and see where any cop car is at their cop cars are at any particular time. So if he took that car off the turnpike and followed her, they're going to know that out at headquarters. He's going to have to explain, well, why were you off why are you off your post? You're obviously a turnpike cop. Why are you off your post? Did he lie, get on the radio and say, hey, I'll be out of personal, got to grab a cup of coffee or something? So anyway, pulls that woman over again. And at this point here, she probably told him to take a hike. And I don't know if she reported him. I got a feeling she did. She probably called up. He creeped her out when he stalked her. And then hopefully she reported him. This is how he got caught. And they took a closer look. But the question here that we always ask is, how many times in the past has he done this before? I'm going to go on record and say I'm sure this was not the first time that he pulls shenanigans like this. He's probably, he's got a little problem in his pants. The little brain is in control, and well, unfortunately for this clown, this blue zero hero, let's say, people, this well-trained, dedicated, professional hero, folks, always remember that, hero, out risking our lives as he was protecting and serving the community. Well, I stand correct, protecting and serving the government. Was thinking with the long head, and now he's lost the best job he'll ever have, and he just screwed up his life. Put the link in the description. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Till next time, people.